Howdy folks, it is Lancel90 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Transport Fever 2. So this one's called Coffee and Colonialism. The island of Java, a tropical jewel in the midst of the Indian Ocean, conscientiously admired by meticulous Dutch bureaucracy. The year is 1870 and the colony is undergoing a transformation. Recently, individuals have been allowed to lease farmland and manage the plantations. The fertile land offers ideal conditions for exporting a multitude of colonial goods, off on the way to an exotic experience. 3 bonus objectives. Let's see what we got going on here. The Dutch East Indies. Surely the most exemplary colonial empire under the sun. Luscious fruits and cheap labor in abundance. You act on behalf of the colonial administration. Gifted talent in the art of engineering, you have been appointed to modernize local transport sector. Complete this task to the satisfaction of the Crown. Oop, I didn't read that last one. Sorry. Like, in that opening sequence, I'd like the narration, but in this part, I don't really like having the narration. Anyway. Transport is a much sought-after service on this scarcely civilized island. Eating draft animals such as oxen is punishable by law. That's why the colonial administration has commissioned you to build a railroad so that the plantation business prospers. So delicious coffee is supposed to be transported from... Bruh. The speaker for this one must be faster. Anyone set on building wisely and cheap avoids the unnecessary slopes. Provide the necessary surveying work. Activate the contour lines overlay. That's what I was talking about last time that we didn't have access to. Build a route from the thriving plantation across the treacherous terrain to a processing factory where the coffee fruit is husked. Alrighty. Oh, it also needs a train. Okay. They both have the terminus and the regular one now. This does look like a terminus kind of situation, though. Doesn't seem like there's many cheap places to put this, though. I am curious about these little roads that are attached to these things now, because they didn't used to be there. Fairly cheap to put it there. That. I'll curve to make use of this trench here. Build depot in the highlighted area to connect to the traps. Looks like anywhere in this area then, huh? It's a little cramped, actually. Let's see. Put it over here. That. Build a train with 4 freight cars which can transport the coffee fruit. So, we got more trains now. So, we have the D1/3 and the Borsig. I think we have European stuff this time, so I guess it's not separated by region anymore. The campaigns, at least. Yeah, obviously, this is a smaller, older one. This is a newer, bigger one. Money isn't really a problem right now, so we're just going to go with the expensive one. It needs freight cars that can transport the fruit. I think that's the fruit. Yeah. There we go. That one down. We also need to build the line here. So go there first, and hopefully I actually will go there first. You are coffee to... I'm not sure. For now, I'll just call you the coffee train. That interrupted my typing there. Coffee train. Coffee fruit to the factory. Isn't that what I just did? Might have to do it again. I did it too quickly. It's a little annoying. Okay, how did I take this guy off the line then? Let's see. Just a little too fast, I think. It keeps interrupting me when I'm trying to type stuff, man. Coffee train. Okay, I guess it just wants the train to go then. Last time it was staging us every time, but it's okay. Like each step of the way it would refresh, but... Oh, that's the plantation, and this is the factory, actually. Actually, needs to go that way first, but... it'll turn around. Okay, so hopefully this train's a little faster than our trains last time. Certainly feels like it. So yeah, stuff's getting staged over here. Coffee's ready to go. Hopefully it's just waiting for a delivery for this mission. Scroll around the map just in case those bonus objectives like already good to go. Seem to remember in the last game you had to kind of find them sometimes. It's gonna want us to make a passing station here, I think. Okay, that's all they wanted. It was just confusing because last time it was each step of the way it changed. Let's see. Colonial counting houses. What a superb railway. It provides local plantation leaseholders with a valuable resource. Still fresh from the fields, the fruit quickly reaches the factory. From there, the colony's delightful coffee must be brought from the warehouse and offices in the port to export. That shouldn't be left up to the local laborers. No way. Too easygoing, too inefficient, too unreliable. Specifically built stations are called for that the first-rate coffee makes its way to town undamaged. If need be, stations that can be guarded against plundering hordes. Build truck stop in the highlighted area, at the factory, in the commercial area of the town. You want to stop here, right? Okay. Well, you want a station, not a stop. Important distinction. It's going to want us to tear down a building this time, which is unfortunate, but well. Only want one building. Just trying to bring it in a little bit. Carrying a shipment, ready to go. Nothing stands in the way of speedy transportation to the local seaport anymore. Send the freight cars of coffee on their way. Establish a route between the two shops. Seal. To there. I don't know if do we have a vehicle station? Doesn't look like it. Depot. $1,000's cheap enough, I suppose. All right. Still have options there. Cargo. We have European horse-drawn carriage, European covered horse-drawn carriage, and European flatbed horse-drawn. It's going to be one of these two, because they're just a little bit faster. One's covered and one's uncovered. I guess go for the covered one. No, it's 4. Once money's actually a problem, we can worry about it a little bit more. This line 1, we'll call this Coffee Road. Digested driver. Oh no, Lucas, the capable engineer on your locomotive seems to have vanished from the face of the earth, or anywhere for that matter. Try to find a stand-in right away. Would one of the natives be able to handle this difficult challenge? Building a practice track. Several locals show interest in learning the decidedly noble profession as a locomotive engineer. Place a practice route for training purposes. Meanwhile, certain sides are feeding horrible rumors about the indigenous tribes' diet. Build track with 2 small stations and a depot in the highlighted area. It's a little... Okay. It's actually kind of a big... bit of a big task. What kind of track? It doesn't matter if it's passenger or cargo. What's the price difference? It's like 180 over here, 175. Seems like they're about the same cost. Let's just do cargo because they're a little bit simpler, I think. I don't know. One here and one. Ooh, that might actually interfere with stuff. What are you, sugarcane? Let's delete this then. We don't want that to mess with our other stuff. Okay, give me a terminus over here, maybe? That might not count, though. Read that in a moment here. Well, it might go away, actually, because it's reading. Thanks to your reliable abilities, the factory is working far above par, although it would certainly be capable of processing much more virtually colossal capacities of coffee. One train isn't fast enough to adequately supply the factory with coffee fruit. A passing sign can see as a second train can use the line. Connect the first and second highlight into the track to build a passing loop. Okay. I'll do that in a moment. This here just feels like a huge waste of time and money. Whatever. Train depot. Buy a locomotive and have it driven along the track for at least 1,500 meters. Okay. Give me the cheap train then, please. Does it need anything else? Doesn't need anything else right now, it seems. Alright, so now we'll make a new line. Not in that order, though. There to there. Test track. Train 2, you'll go on to test track. Alright. Now this we saw up here. It's just this little thing. Of all the games that have trains that have come out recently, I think this one does these little side things like the best. Trains should wait for each other in the passing siding. This requires placing signals. Place signals in the blue zone and green zone. I don't know where those are actually, so here they are, signals. Assume it wants it to face that way. Like, it makes the most sense in this game compared to, like, Factorio, where the trains are, like, really confusing to get working. Buying a second train. If the plant is to be used by its fullest capacity, have another train. Okay. Alright, business boost. Wherever coffee production thrives, business and prosperity flourish too. Thanks to the railroad, the port town of Serbia is becoming a lively trading center for countless goods and services. All kinds of people from all corners of the island want to do profitable business here. That's why the Colonial Administration has commissioned you with setting up a passenger line from Semarang to Serbia. Time to build a line which will soon link the key trading hubs to Eastern Java, connect Serbia and Semarang with the passenger railway. Okay. Doesn't seem like it has a particular place that wants us to build. We have a couple of options. We can either come along the coast and up, or we can come along through the middle. I think we'll come along the middle because I don't know how kind the coastline's going to be for building on. Wish there was a different color for that contour mode. It just gets a little... Alright, give me something... I guess it's a little bright right now. Kind of want it in the middle here where it can pick up a lot of passengers. We're building way too big, actually. We don't need these gigantic stations. Not yet. Pointed the right way here. Like, I wish this was like a brown color or something, or yellow. Okay, so locomotive engineer has returned safe and sound. While you pictured him in the stomachs of savages, he was having the time of his life in the virgin forest. Naturally, you can't tolerate misconduct like that and regretfully have to fire. Okay. Very strange. Alright, train. Gonna have to do a little bit of curving here. Follow the path of least resistance. Enough. Transport at least 25 people between the two towns. So, give me a train depot. Out here. Let's build the line first. There to there. Center line. Formidable enterprise like yours calls for a suitably first-rate branch office. After all, you're not just anybody. Ooh, ooh. I want to do that though. No, 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 no. Go back. Autosave, please. Let's see. Hope this isn't too far back. I'll pause it if it is. Did not mean to press decline. Please don't be far back. Okay, I have to place this train down again. Fired him. Alright, I'm gonna pause it. Alright, I'm back to where we were. Alright, please press the accept button. A prestigious residence that is unrivaled in the whole island. Build a headquarters. Let's get this train line going first. This train and give me 4 Bavarian passenger cars. And you passenger line. Build the headquarters of your company and location of your choice. So this is new. Is there anywhere like super cool? Doesn't seem to do anything. I don't know. It's crazy. Seeing if there's like an elevated high spot, that'd be kind of cool. Look how much more expensive it is once you start. It's like 4,000 when it's just like getting placed normally, and then it's like absurd when the rock has to get changed. Hopefully you don't need road connections. It wasn't putting any road connections, so I assumed it didn't. A truly attractive estate but a bearable plague is spoiling all the fun. Snakes have occupied the building. Rumor has it that a wise old woman knows how you can read yourself as a snake in your walls. Speak to the old woman. Old minister says he doesn't know a thing, but you should try your luck at her cousin in simmering. That's a knack for the art of snake charming. Snake Charmer declared that you probably have angered the mightiest snake goddess with your projects. The snake priestess on Mount Marapi is the only one who can find this remedy the situation. Temples. Seems like it might be bugs. I clicked on it. Oh. I guess it's not that temple. Okay. Priestess has spoken. She's only willing to call off her children if it make a sacrifice to the great snake goddess. Coffee, the priestess prophesies, would be a sure thing to appease the goddess. Make an offering of coffee beans to the snake goddess. Really? I gotta send coffee beans over there? Okay. So we're gonna need a train station. It's gonna be a bit of a tricky one. I don't know if I'll be able to sneak a train up this mountain. I really don't want to build a bridge. If you have like extremely sloping terrain, you have to build like one little piece at a time to try to avoid building bridges. That can also be almost impossible to avoid. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. Okay, so all we should have to do is take one of these two trains that already exist. We'll have to make a new line. It'll be from here to here. We'll call this a bonus for simplicity's sake. And then this... we gotta find a train. Take the newer train. It's going to get coffee anyway. You're going to the bonus track, please. That should work.